Hey, welcome back to Friday Reflections with me, Father Sean Loomis. If you remember, we're talking about the Creed every 2 weeks, and we're trying to break it down and to understand more deeply the meaning of the words we profess. And 2 weeks ago, the line that we were discussing was the part that says, "I believe in God the Father Almighty, maker of heaven and earth." So now what we're going to do is we're going to head off to the second line, which is, "and in Jesus Christ, his only Son, our Lord." It's interesting. The first thing that automatically strikes me is the word "and." Why? Because if you remember, we're beginning with, "I believe in God, who, the Father Almighty, maker of heaven and earth," and on and on and on, "and Jesus Christ," which means we are professing that Jesus Christ himself is God. Wow. I mean, think about that. That is what makes us Christians. That is the foundation of the Christian faith. It's what makes us different than all the other religions throughout the whole world. Jesus Christ himself is God. Okay, so that's the first thing. But what else can we say? Well, the next thing we could say is, here we are, we have another name. Do you remember 2 weeks ago when we were talking about the importance of God giving us a name for himself? It's important because it means that God is giving us his very self. But if you recall, God, when he gave his name to Moses, described it as "I am," which is a very general, somewhat ambiguous, not clear name. But now he's giving us a new name, and it's a very specific name, Jesus Christ. And his name has also a very specific meaning. The name Jesus means, quote, "God saves," end quote. All right, well, how many people do you think believe that we really need salvation? Yeah, it's a tough question. I know myself, I didn't grow up Catholic. And I didn't understand for that reason God's commandments or the fact that he wanted us to follow them. So I didn't go to church. I wasn't worshiping on Sundays. None of that stuff. But I did believe that all people, as soon as they died, immediately went to heaven. And I just feel that many, many people have a very similar understanding and opinion, but it's a mistake. I mean, think about it. If heaven itself is living an eternal relationship with God, how can we expect to enter into that heaven relationship if we're ignoring God now? We can't. Or even worse, if we're just sinning and sinning and sinning and we don't really care about God's commandments or worshiping him properly and we're just kind of spending our life running around doing whatever we want, how are we going to expect that we're going to go into heaven without salvation? It's not possible. But if we're honest, it's true. We all sin. All of us need salvation. People do different things. They steal, they lie, they gossip, they lust, they argue and fight with one another. We need God's forgiveness to purify our soul, to connect us with him, because sin itself makes our relationship with God weak. It breaks it down, or sometimes it even breaks it off. So, when we're talking about Jesus, he is the definitive salvation of God given to us. Now, the question is, how is he going to actually save us? Well, we'll see. Stay tuned. God bless you, and I hope to see you soon. Goodbye.